What's good, everybody? It's your boy Demon and Neeyooo here, and today we're actually about to look at a little horror anime. You know what I'm saying? This is called I Used to Work the Graveyard Shift at Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, I know it says dorky or dorkin donuts, but yeah, it is what it is. But we about to see what pop with this. Without further ado, let's get at it. Let's go.
I used to work the graveyard shift at a Dunkin' Donuts. For those of you who don't know what a Dunkin' Donuts is, it's basically a donut chain that sells coffee, breakfast items, and of course, donuts.
One of my favorite spots.
This brings me to a little over a month ago when our location was recently selected to become 24 hours. A lot of other establishments would maintain a 24-hour drive-through window, but ours was fully open. I'll be honest, it was interesting to see the new types of customers who would come in during these hours. We of course had the hipsters and goths who had nothing better to do at 3 a.m. than to sit in a coffee shop drinking 1 cup for an hour. There were the occasional overworked businessmen and interns, trying desperately to finish that last-minute presentation. A couple weeks ago, I had encountered a new type of customer, though he is very difficult to describe. Have you ever met someone that makes you nervous for some unknown reason? Well, at around 2:30 a.m., a man walked in with a large overcoat, with the collar pulled up, a black beanie on his head. What struck me as odd first was the lack of people in our lobby. Normally at this time, we'd have the goths huddled in the corner cursing the system or something. But the entire store was empty aside from this man, myself, and my manager who was in the back, probably sleeping or something. After this person walked in, I thought it had to be a homeless man, trying to escape the cold and possibly seek out a hot cup of pity. But then I saw his face.
Why he got a small
Somewhat
head?
gaunt, but cleanly shaven. His eyes had dark circles around them as if he were tired, but seemed quite energized. He then walked up to the counter. At that moment, I realized how tall this guy was.
Hold up. Why he has a small little baby head? Like, like why the head look no bigger than this, but the body's like all like here? I'm just trying to figure that out.
Like Kobe tall. I asked him what he would like to order. He just stared straight ahead as if he were zoning out. I repeated my question a bit louder. He only said one word. Coffee. The man then leaned down and looked me in the eye and asked me if I was alone. I told him I wasn't, that my manager was in the back room. He then pulled out a few crumpled up dollar bills, handed it to me, and then walked back out of the door without taking his coffee with him. As soon as he left the building, I felt this intense atmosphere lift up from around me. I was at a loss for words, to be honest. I quickly rushed to the back and told my manager about the whole situation, which he told me to put the man's money aside in case he comes back for it. The next night, everything was back to normal. Usual customers sat in their respective seats, sipping their coffee. While I was keeping myself busy and mopping the floor, I couldn't help but think about the interaction I had last night. That's when I happened to look out of our front window. And I saw him. He was standing across the street under a streetlight. He was just standing there, staring at me. I turned to see if my manager was behind the counter, and when I looked back, he was gone. At that point, I was starting to feel unnerved. My last night working there was the worst by far. And also the reason I quit. I had arrived at work and relieved the people working before me. That's when I received a call from my manager telling me that he had a family emergency and would be a few hours late. I was upset, but there wasn't much I could do, so I just said all right. After 3 uneventful hours of me cleaning the same racks over and over again to keep my mind off things, I glanced out of the window once more. What I saw made my blood turn to ice. The man was standing on the other side of the window. He was grinning at me with a sinister smile that caused my body to seize up. Right away, I pulled out my cell phone and called the police. While my phone was ringing, the man did something strange. Without peeling his eyes from the glass, he pulled out a cell phone from his pocket. I watched him carefully as he began to type something into the phone without even looking at it. At that moment, my phone buzzed, notifying me of a text. The message said, "Now you're alone."
Yo, I don't know why. I just got to chill off of that. That was crazy. That was sick. Yo, I don't normally never get a chill off of that, but I guess because my mind zoned out into it, but I got a chill off of that story. Like, ooh, I still can feel it down my back. Lord, that's creepy. I, ooh, okay. See, I used to work overnight, so I can honestly kind of get where he's coming with that. But I used to work overnight, and I used to work overnight for Toys R Us, and when I was in, matter of fact, this used to happen. I was in Lafayette, Louisiana. No, Texas, Louisiana. I'm sorry. I mean, Dallas, Texas. Tongue tie. I'm sorry. I was in Dallas, Texas for that, and I was working overnight at the time. I was the overnight manager. So I'm doing my thing, merchandising, front face and everything, getting everything together, pulling racks and everything up front. And they used to have a guy every single night. I BS y'all not. Every single night, this dude used to come there every night at the same time, every night, and just stand in the doorway watching us work. And apparently, excuse me, one night he creeped out a girl and scared the hell out of her. They called the cops. He stopped. He never showed up again. Excuse me, because they started having cops actually show up and patrol the area every night. But this dude used to show up there every single night at the same time, which used to creep all of us out. The only way I had to get over it was just keep working, pretend like I don't see the dude, and keep going, unless he came close to the window, and then we had a problem. But of course, I had a metal bat in my hand at the time easily. So, but yeah, that used to creep the hell out of us. So that story, I can kind of semi relate to, with the exception of the fact that him basically going in to do going in the cell phone and texting him and all that stuff, which I'm still trying to figure out how the hell he got his number. That's the question. How did he get his number to even do that? For one. Two, how do you even knew when the manager wasn't gonna be there? Like you bugged the place or something before? That's the question. Like that used to creep me. That story itself just creeped me out. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video and the story itself. And my little story, I hope so. In the meantime, between time, like I said, keep your requests coming, and we're gonna keep it rocking, keep it rolling. We're gonna try to do some things different and do. Um, I'm trying to do more gameplays on here because I know for a while I had kind of backed off them, but I'm trying to get back into the swing of doing both gameplays and reaction videos. So, and like I told you before, I do have that skit coming. It just work in progress. Work in progress. I'm working on it still. Shirts are still coming. That's another way. They're actually being worked on right now. And in the meantime, between time I see you when I see you, I'll let you board. Peace.